Well, hello and welcome to the EDION Stadium as J1 leaders Vissel Kobe travel to Sanfrecce Hiroshima with an opportunity to strengthen their bid for an historic first Japanese title. After defending champions Yokohama F. Marinos were held to a 1-1 draw last night by Sagan Tosu, Vissel Kobe have the chance with a win here to move 4 points clear with just 7 games remaining, which would certainly give the Yushia a bit of breathing space ahead of their trip to the champions in 2 weeks' time, a match which is already being billed as a potential title decider. Sanfrecce, though, aren't here just to roll over and make up the numbers. They're still very much in the hunt for a place in the AFC's new Champions League 2 competition. The Viola were also handed a boost with last night's results, with Aral Reds' goalless draw with Kyoto Sanga, meaning that 3 points here would leave Mikhail Skipper's side within 2 points of the Asian champions in that race for a top 3 finish. Quick shot there of the J-League's leading goal scorer, Osako, the centre forward for Vissel Kobe, has been in fine form this season, although arrives here having not scored in his last 2 games. They need him back on track if they are to keep Yokohama F. Marinos at bay. It's a fabulous stadium, this one. A club who has enjoyed historically so much success, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They're a club where historically Vissel Kobe want to be, a club who have just that one Emperor's Cup success in 2019 to show for all their heavy investment that's taking place. Sanfrecce themselves have been Japanese champions 8 times, although not since the last of their 3 J-League titles in 2015. Two sides who know each other well this season. It's the 4th meeting between them. Vissel Kobe won 2-0 in the reverse league meeting back in May, but it was Sanfrecce who came out on top in both League Cup matches, winning 2-1 here and 5-0 in Kobe, albeit with very much changed sides. 200 appearances for Gakuto Notsuda for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, getting duly rewarded before kick-off here this evening. He's actually playing his 203rd J-League match this evening, and that placard to celebrate 200 career appearances in the Japanese top flight. A lovely moment, and perhaps a future Sanfrecce player of the future. Nice applaud for Yasuda. He's still only 29, so plenty of time to play more games in the Japanese top flight. 138 of those have come for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. And that really is a lovely moment. Played in 2 cup finals last season, Sanfrecce Hiroshima winning the League Cup, but losing the Emperor's Cup, the main knockout tournament. All in all, a good campaign. They finished 3rd and thought they'd qualified for the Asian Champions League, only to be denied by Aarau Reds, who finished outside of the top 3, going on and becoming Asian champions, and as a result took Sanfrecce Hiroshima's place in this season's competition. Well, they do like a Spaniard, Vissel Kobe. Andres Iniesta's contract was up in July. He left the club. He has now been replaced by Juan Mata, who joined at the start of the international break after his contract at Galatasaray in Turkey expired. He is amongst the substitutes tonight for Vissel Kobe and could make his club debut. Both teams arrive here off the back of wins before the international break. Sanfrecce Hiroshima won 2-0 at Sagan Tosu. Vissel Kobe 2-1 winners at home to Kyoto Sanga. So let's take a look at the sides. Sanfrecce show 3 changes from that win at Sagan Tosu last time out. Mieto Araki returning as the middle of 3 centre-backs. Gakuto Yasuda replaces Takamo Kawamura in the centre of midfield to partner Makoto Mitsuta, who scored twice in the 5-0 League Cup win in Kobe earlier this season. Up front, Brazilian Douglas Vieira, Sanfrecce's top scorer in this campaign, starts again at centre forward, having been left on the bench for a rest at Sagan Tosu. Referee for this one, Hajime Matsuo, 50-year-old, one of the more experienced officials. His 9th J1 match this season, is 361st of his J-League career. Akihiko Ikeuchi is the lead VAR. Vissel Kobe go largely with the same 11 that started the win against Kyoto Sanga before the international break. Coach Takayuki Yoshida, though, has resisted the temptation to throw in new signing Juan Mata, instead leaving him on the bench. So Yoshinori Muto's return to the starting lineup on the right wing is the only change. Yuya Osako at centre forward is the J-League's top scorer this season with 19 goals, although hasn't scored in his last 2 appearances. Is this the year that Vissel Kobe finally grabbed the Holy Grail, that J-League title they've been coveting? A club who has never finished higher than 3rd in the table. That was achieved in 2021. Last season was something of a disaster when they finished 13th. So it's Sanfrecce Hiroshima then against the league leaders, Vissel Kobe, from the EDION Stadium in Hiroshima, the home side in the traditional all-violet, Vissel Kobe in the white shirts and black shorts. It is the traditional colours of the club. They now play in claret and black for their home strip. After they were taken over by the Crimson Group, the club colours changed. Oh, a bit of a mistake there by the goalkeeper early on. And a wonderful opportunity presented immediately to Takagi Shichi. Michael are all over the place in the Vissel Kobe goal. Talk about a nervy start. Instead of coming out and claiming it with his hands, missed the clearance. Horrible slice. And a disappointing finish from Shichi, but the pressure on immediately from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It's been a disappointing season for them compared to the last campaign. Out of the League Cup in the group stage as holders. Beaten in the 3rd round of the Emperor's Cup by J2 Tochigi. Again, hesitancy in the Kobe defence. Osako getting his head to it, and it's driven back in by Marcos Junior. It's another corner to the home team, who are penning back Vissel Kobe in these early moments. 3rd place is the main target now for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Mikhail Skiba was hoping his side could be part of a title race this season. That hasn't materialised, though. 11 points behind Vissel Kobe. Too much of a gap to make up, given the amount of teams above them. Swinging corner. Notsuda. Touch on to Mitsuta. Now Yoshinori Muto. Into Osako. Muto. Turned into trouble. And finally, Vissel Kobe have some possession of the ball. The header down in towards Osako from Muto. Well defended by Shotani. A throw for Vissel Kobe. Can they keep their momentum going until the end of the season? They've lost just one of their last 12 in all competitions. That was an unexpected 2-0 loss at Yokohama FC. That was offset though by Yokohama FC then hammering F. Marinos 4-1 in the Yokohama derby. Just a sign that things have been going Takayuki Yoshida's way in recent weeks. Unbeaten in the last 4 J-League games, but have dropped points with a couple of draws since that 2-0 loss at Yokohama. Did exit the Emperor's Cup in unexpected fashion, much like Sanfrecce Hiroshima losing to a second-tier opposition. They were beaten on penalties after a 1-1 draw against Roasso Kumamoto. Remember, the Emperor's Cup was won by a J2 side last season, Venforet Kofu, who beat Sanfrecce in the final. Shotani. It's wayward though, Hatsuze intercepting. Previously, when either Yokohama F. Marinos or Vissel Kobe has had the opportunity to take the title race by the scruff of the neck, neither have taken it. There's another chance here for Vissel Kobe to move clear though. Douglas Vieira, lovely play in behind to Marcos Junior. And they're looking lively at the start of this game, Sanfrecce Hiroshima, especially the 2 Brazilians in their attacking third. Marcos Junior with the little flick to Douglas Vieira, who played the 1-2, may well have been offside had he finished it off anyway. Off balance as he hit the shot, but not sure it would have counted when you see that angle. Through for Vissel Kobe. Haven't really settled into this game yet, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They've started the game in a really positive fashion. Only 2 arrive unbeaten in 4, but they've picked up 3 wins in those 4 games since a 1-0 loss at bottom of the table, Shonan Bellmare. Hatsuze. Possession for Notsuda. Shichi. Good run again by the left wing back. Douglas Vieira just checking his run. It's played in instead to Kato, who hits it. Hatsuze with the block. Now this is Gotoku Sakai. Cleared away by Osaki. Can't keep the ball at the moment though, Vissel Kobe. It's all Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Nakano taking on Hatsuze, gets the cross in. Nakano, it's not been dealt with. Shichi is there! And Sanfrecce Hiroshima cap their fine start with the opening goal. Takaki Shichi, who had that early opportunity after Maikawa miskicked. Didn't finish that one particularly well, but that was a rifling finish from the left wing back. Great play here by Nakano. Just found the space to get the cross in from Hatsuze. Lovely first touch and a lethal finish from Shichi. First goal of the season for Takagi Shichi, who signed at the start of the season from Avispa Fukuoka. Lovely, lethal finish from the fullback. Just his 4th career goal in the top flight, and his 1st for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Well, they started with purpose, and it's been rewarded with the opening goal. Time served celebration. Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1, Vissel Kobe 0. Started the weekend, remember, 2 points ahead of Yokohama F. Marinos. The thought was they'd probably come into this game in 2nd place, a point behind, but Marinos failed to win at home to Sagan Tosu, which would have been the expected outcome. Here's Muto. It's been a poor start here from Vissel Kobe. Beaten just 4 times so far this season. If they were to lose, they would remain on top, but the lead would be cut to just 1 point. Yuraki. Barely seeing the ball in the opening moments. Muto, Osako, Yuraki, such an effective forward line for Vissel Kobe. 48 goals this season, the joint 2nd top scorers along with Consadole Sapporo, 1 behind Yokohama F. Marinos, who have scored 49 but played a game more. And no wonder he looks concerned, Takayuki Yoshida. Suze with the throw for Vissel Kobe. Really do need to wake up here. Similar start to the game that saw them lose for the last time in the league when they were beaten by Yokohama FC. This was always going to be a much tougher game. Teams going for the title always look at potential pitfalls. Sanfrecce Hiroshima away is always a tough ask. It is a stadium where Vissel Kobe have only won once in 18 visits. Honda. Yamakawa. For the run of Muto, who wins the header from Sasaki. Into the centre, easily cleared by Shotani. Tough run of games coming up for Vissel Kobe. It will be a real test of their title mettle. This one, and then they face Cerezo Osaka next weekend. Then the big one away to Yokohama F. Marinos. Kashima Antlers after that. And they're on the back foot again. Here's Marcos Jr. Just hesitated. Douglas Vieira gets the shot away though. And Hatsuze with the block. Good counter again. Marcos Jr. really lively start to the game. Look at the space he's got though. And Hatsuze did well to get back goal side of Douglas Vieira. Whereas when he turned and shot, he was there to make the block. He's okay, Douglas Vieira, just feeling the ankle by the looks of it. Starting 11 again. He was left out for Pyrrhos Sotiriou, the Cypriot striker, last time out. Oh, the free header, and it's a good save by Maikawa. Well, the marking wasn't the best, and Hayato Araki must have thought he was going to plant that into the corner. Timed the jump to perfection, getting above Hatsuze, the left back, who was in the end marking him. Good piece of goalkeeping though from Maikawa. He's had something of an up and down opening 11 minutes. Flicked away by Osaki, the holding midfielder for Vissel Kobe. Notsuda. Shichi, the goal scorer, to Marcos Junior. Gets the cross in. Kato was just hanging behind Hatsuze. Now Yuriki. And a throw for Vissel Kobe, and a bit of respite for what is becoming an ever more embattered defence. Such has been the pressure from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. I was talking about their run in Cerezo, the big one with Yokohama F. Marinos, Kashima Antlers. They face them bottom of the table, Shonan Bellmare, but after that it's Arao Reds, the Asian champions, Nagoya Grampus, who are third in the table, and then Gamba Osaka, who have massively improved in the second half of the season on the final day. So it is going to be really tough for Vissel Kobe if they are to get across the line. Plus all that experience that Yokohama F. Marinos have. Osako taking a big risk against his namesake. Got away with it though. Keisuke Osako, the Sanfrecce goalkeeper. Mitsuta has overhit that one. Goal kick for Vissel Kobe. It's been a really impressive start. There's the opening goal from Takagi Shichi, his first in the violet of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Given the conditions as well, 29 degrees, despite the fact that night has fallen. I wonder how long that Sanfrecce Hiroshima can keep up this tempo. Nakano with the throw. Sasaki. Hatsuze with the header away. Bit of space for Kawasaki. Nakano's throw. Two wing-backs have played a big part already in this game. Nakano, the cross that led to Shichi's goal. Right wing back to left wing back. No foul. Referee waving play on. And Kato is onto this. Sweeps it across to Nakano. Hatsuze with the block this time. And Honda touches it away. Yuriki. It's the pressure off the ball as well, the work rate that Sanfrecce Hiroshima have in this opening quarter of an hour. There's Yuriki. It's as though they're trying to get the game won early, but Vissel Kobe have to hang in there. There's no way that Sanfrecce can sustain this tempo in these conditions. Here's Marcos Junior. Douglas Vieira, got a bit of space if he can get the shot away. Turns from Honda, still going. Hatsuze gets the foot in. Honda with the touchback to Mitsuta. And not for the first time, that was a poor attempt from Makoto Mitsuta. Just seemed to take a while to pull the trigger there, Douglas Vieira. Enable Vissel Kobe to get players back in time. Mitsuta, who knows how to score against Vissel Kobe, scored 2 in the 5-0 win in Kobe in the Louvain Cup tie. Ultimately, both teams failed to make it through the group. Sanfrecce failed to be one of the 3 best runners-up, so lost their grip on the cup that they won in such dramatic fashion last season. 1-0 down going into stoppage time. Scored twice to lift the trophy. Sakai. Defended by Sanfrecce. Here's Maikawa. Daiamaikawa. Break on again here for Vissel Kobe. Muto was ahead. It's played in field to Osako. Now Yuraki. Hatsuze getting beyond him for the first time in this first half. Lifted in the cross, but too close to Keisuke Osako. There's Notsuda. From Sasaki. Shiotani. Now Araki. By Osako. So Kobe had kept clean sheets in 3 of the last 5 away games. He lost at Yokohama FC there, only away defeat in the last 7 in the league since they lost at Cerezo Osaka. Big 1-0 win at Kawasaki Frontale amongst that run as well. Behind, remember, to Kyoto Sanga last time out, conceding after just 6 minutes, around about the same time that Shichi scored, but goals from Kawasaki and Jean-Patrick in the end. Seeing Vissel Kobe pick up the 3 points. Only lost 1 in 12, but they have made life a bit difficult for themselves in some of those recent matches. Here's Kato. It's certainly been a difficult start here. Nakano. Mitsuta. Now Notsuda. Honda across. A better connection with the foot this time from Daiamaikawa. Meetings between these two clubs. Sanfrecce have won 20, Vissel Kobe just the 7. There's Marcos Junior. Difficult one for Shichi, the goal scorer. Sakai with the throw. And through towards Douglas Vieira. Here's Kato. Happy to see it behind for another corner. The Sanfrecce supporters making all the noise at the moment. Mitsuta to deliver. Muto with the header away. Marcos Junior to Shichi. Fancies another one now. That was one of his better efforts though. Absolutely buzzing after his first goal for the club. Cracking finish as well. A club who first qualified for the Asian Champions League in 2020. They reached the semi-finals, quarter-finalists last year as well. failed to qualify for this season's competition, so their focus could remain solely on the domestic competitions, and now it's solely on the title race, having gone out of both cups. Sasaki gets it away. Header by Osaki, who was caught late and remains down, Leo Osaki. Who's comfortable either in the centre of defence or in that holding midfield role. It's the shoulder that caught him. Apology from Mitsuta. Osaki back on his feet again. 32 now. He's been at Vissel Kobe since 2018 when he joined from Tokushima Vortis. Marcos Jr. Nakano. Spin on the ball, keeping it in play. Certainly seeing more of the ball now, Vissel Kobe. Hatsuze. Maikawa. 5 corners, 10 shots without reply. That possession stat is changing slightly, and I'm sure the two above it will as well, as Vissel Kobe find their feet, and the energy that was there for the opening quarter of an hour slowly beginning to dissipate from Sanfrecce's game. Five substitutions these days. There is more scope to go at a game like that from the start. But, extremely hot conditions here, humid as well. Set piece then for Vissel Kobe, who've yet to have sight of the Sanfrecce goal. Hatsuze over this. Marcos Jr., Douglas Vieira. Forward here, Muto on the ball. Sakai is the right back on the opposite side. Lifts the cross in. It was a difficult one for Keisuke Osako to deal with. Get a touch on it though, it is a goal kick. Kotoko Sakai, a quality player, 42 caps for the Japanese national team. Score in a 4-0 win at home to Sanfrecce Hiroshima in October of last season, so just under a year ago. Not too much to deal with so far though. Osako in the Sanfrecce goal. With the throw. Not too much movement for him. The pace in general of the Sanfrecce players has slowed considerably from that frantic opening 15 minutes. Here's Muto. Block from Notsuda. Suze, and that was half a chance for Kato. With a pretty solid defensively, Vissel Kobe, 23 conceded before today. Raya Reds with 20, the only side to better that tally in J1. Mitsuda. Junior with the little flick, but Vissel Kobe get it away through Yamaguchi. That's the creator of the first goal, Nakano. Notsuda. On by Sasaki to Shichi. Good looking cross from Shichi. Everybody missed it in the end. Was there a touch on that though from Hatsuze? If there was, then it will be a corner. Suki taking the opportunity to get a bit of liquid on board. Usually there is a drinks break about this time in these sort of temperatures. Mitsuda with the deeper delivery. It would have been an awkward header to the back post, but Mike were in the end happy that it was high and over. Well, a terrific start, which has got Sanfrecce Hiroshima the lead. Much more even contest now, though, in general play, but Vissel Kobe still, as of yet, unable to create an attempt at the Sanfrecce goal. They will be kicking themselves if they don't extend that lead at the top of the table. 4-point gap going to Yokohama F. Marinos. If they could hold it until then, would be a real boost. It would mean they would remain top even if they lost that game. Muto, Osako, the front three, still yet to really get in the game for Vissel Kobe. The service hasn't been great. Well, battle by Kawasaki. Now Yuraki. Did well, strong tackle by Yuraki. Couldn't find a teammate though, and Notsuda brings it away with Marcos Jr. Cut out by Sakai. Vissel Kobe have is that Sanfrecce don't have a particularly bad defensive record either. 25 conceded in 26 games this season. It's at the other end where they've struggled, scoring only 31. Nakano. You consider that Sagan Tozu down in 13th have scored more than that. Mitsuda's cross in, it's a free header, and it's in from Kato. And it's 2-0 for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. What a header. Nobody marking him, but even so, from there, it took power and accuracy to get the better of Daya Maikawa. Thumping header from Mitsuki Kato. And after half an hour, Vissel Kobe's title hopes taking a real battering here. Lovely ball from Mitsuda, but there's so much work to do from there. Headed it back the way it came from, down into the surface. Textbook in many ways. But that is a terrific header into the corner from Mitsuki Kato. And no wonder he celebrates. Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2, Vissel Kobe 0. And Vissel Kobe heading for only a second defeat in 13 matches in all competitions. And their 5th league defeat of the season. There is time to turn this around, but the early signs haven't been good from Vissel Kobe. Kato after this one again. It's a really laboured performance so far from the league leaders. Yamakawa just holding him up. Notsuda going down, found he was fouled. The referee didn't though. Goal kick the decision. Second goal for Matsuki Kato, who only arrived in June from Cerezo Osaka, where he'd spent the last 3 years. Scored in a 2-1 win here against the Asian champions Urawa Reds last month. Doubles his tally with a fine header, and plenty for Takayuki Yoshida to think about, the Vissel Kobe coach. Douglas Vieira. It's his third spell in charge of Vissel Kobe. Yoshida was in the hot seat from August 2017 to 2018, and then in April 2019 to June 2019. The year they were inspired to that Emperor's Cup success with Andres Iniesta in the midfield. Hatsuze. Let's of course have Juan Mata to throw into the mix in the second half. It's not an ideal debut performance though, is it, to come on with your side behind here. Sakai. Osaka. Yuriki. Good delivery, and Sasaki did well though to get across and get to the ball first. A little nudge in the back from Muto, spotted by the referee. Danger striker Osako, 25 goals in 57 caps for Japan, 33 now, looking for his 20th of the season, but he's a striker that needs service at this stage of his career. Veteran of 2 World Cups. Of course, the Japanese national team, another high, beating Germany 4-1 in a friendly in the international break. Responsible for a first ever sacking of a German national coach. Hansi Flick relieved of his duties. Here's Yuriki. Second success against Germany after that fabulous victory against them in the World Cup as well. First real run we've seen from Yuriki, getting in behind his marker but just overran the ball. Have the Brazilian Jean-Patrick amongst the substitutes, has been in and out of the team this season, but has weighed in with 3 goals, which is the same amount of Yuriki. Those two having a real fight for a starting place on the left side of that Vissel Kobe attack. Mitsuta. Douglas Vieira's header. Nakano with the foul. Inside the last 10 minutes, what has been a dominant first half from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Here's Kato. Suze looking for options. Kawasaki came short. Instead it went to Yuriki. No wonder there's plenty of substitutes going through their warm-up routine. I imagine there might be 1 or 2 changes at half-time from Takayuki Yoshida. Suze with the throw. Certainly expect to see Juan Mata in a Vissel Kobe shirt for the first time in the second half. Honda. Osaki. Hatsuze. From Kawasaki. Yamaguchi. Marcos Junior just struggling to get the ball. Vissel Kobe. It's fine play from Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who really have found their form again in recent times. Had that run of 8 games without a win, in which they lost 6. It's going over the top, which really did seem to scupper their season. 6 defeats and 2 draws in 8 games in all competitions. But now they've tightened up again. They've kept clean sheets in their last 2 matches. The 2-0 win at Sagan Tosu, the 0-0 draw with Kashiwa Reysol, unbeaten in 4. And now 2 up against the league leaders. Hatsuze, Osako, Yuriki. Muto. Hatsuze. Flips off Kato for the Vissel Kobe throw. Now Honda. There's been no cut and thrust at all from Vissel Kobe. As Sanfrecce Hiroshima have played, it's been a strange response from a team who know they can really put daylight between themselves and Yokohama F. Marinos. Here's Hatsuze. I looked around for options and there was no movement. In the end, just launched it down the line for Yuriki to chase. He was beaten by Shotani. Mitsuta. Now Kato. Sasaki. Sanfrecce Hiroshima may have dropped off the pace for 10 minutes or so after that opening quarter of an hour. Vissel Kobe didn't use that window to get themselves back into it. The concession of the second goal, Kato's header, has really hurt them. There's been no response so far. Kato again looking for Douglas Vieira. Mitsuta hits it! And that was a better strike this time from the midfielder. Right at Maikawa. It's another Sanfrecce Hiroshima corner who are opening up Vissel Kobe at will here. Anywhere other than straight at the goalkeeper, and Maikawa may well have been struggling in the Vissel Kobe goal. Mitsuta to clear the first defender, and Notsuda for the spectacular but well off target. It's worth a mention as well that in the run in Yokohama F. Marinos as champions are involved in the AFC Champions League, the group stage getting underway in midweek. All that extra focus and travel as well to be factored into the run in here. of twists and turns expected, which was always likely to be an open title race this season. Lots of Nagoya Grampus, Cerezo Osaka, Rao-Reds all fancied themselves getting in amongst it, but Vissel Kobe and Yokohama F. Marinos have just kept their heads above the rest. From Nakano. Both teams, though, continue to drop points with draws here and there, and the odd defeat, then maybe those below would fancy their chances with 7 games to go. Still plenty of points to play for. Too high for Osako. Yuraki trying to get in behind. Osako wins the header this time. Cleared away, though, by Araki. Hatsuze. Vissel Kobe will be glad to hear the half-time whistle, get in, regroup, maybe reorganise. Yoshida can make a couple of changes. You imagine Mata will be introduced. Albeit with a really tough scenario to come into. It's one way to make a name for yourself, though. Not that he has to, but you know what I mean, with his new teammates, if he can turn this around. Sakai wins the throw. Thrown in towards Kawasaki, who heads it on. And again, Kawasaki has it, the midfielder. Muto inside him. It's a good run by Kawasaki. And they're claiming that he was fouled, the Vissel Kobe players. The referee not agreeing. Rode one challenge there. And perhaps it should have been a corner as well. Just a goal kick. He started proceedings with the first chance of the game after a missed kick from Maikawa. And his second opportunity came his way. He buried it, Shichi, on 7 minutes. Kato's fine header. Both the Sanfrecce Hiroshima goals have been of high quality. Vissel Kobe have offered nothing at the other end. This game just grabbing a few yards down the touchline. Here's Osaki. Yamakawa. Good challenge from Sasaki, the captain. They've been first to everything in this first half. Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Honda. Kawasaki. Osako. Wasn't the best ball back to Asaki, did well. Yamaguchi. Sakai. Muto made the run, but the pass was blocked by Sasaki's presence. Hatsuze. Played in by Kawasaki to Osaki. Here's Kawasaki. Osako. Oh, he's taken down. It's a free kick in a decent position right on the stroke of half-time for Vissel Kobe. Well, if they could snatch a goal, and it would be that right at the end of this first half, it would be a massive boost for them going into the break. 2-0 is certainly representative of how the first half has gone. Sanfrecce Hiroshima utterly dominant. Vissel Kobe still awaiting their first attempt at goal, which you imagine this would be. Now, Hatsuze has a pretty nifty left foot. The left-sided defender. Osako, who can shoot from anywhere, might fancy this as well. The two players over it. Be a big moment, this. And the Osako off the top of the wall. Just set it out too far wide. In the end, it hit Sasaki and was well over the top. You do have a corner though, so still one last chance maybe to grab a goal, but that is their first attempt chalked up at least. Yuriki will swing this out towards the penalty spot. Kato got his head to it, and that is half-time in what has been a really frustrating first half for Vissel Kobe, for a side who could be potentially champions at the end of the season. They have looked anything but champions. Free kick right at the end of the half, their only attempt mustered on goal. Sanfrecce Hiroshima came flying out the traps. Shichi with an early chance, which he didn't take. His second one he most certainly did on 7 minutes to put them in front. And then a wonderful header from Mutsuki Kato to score his second goal for Sanfrecce since joining the club in the summer, doubling the lead at half-time. The likes of Muto, Osako, the J-League's leading scorer, Yuriki, have been kept really quiet by Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who have now gone 2.5 games since conceding. Expect to see this man, Juan Mata, make his Vissel Kobe debut in the second half. They do have that joker to play after the break. At half-time, it's Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2, Vissel Kobe 0.
野球部を入れた95年の2シーズン広島リーグ在籍、柳田明さんとツートップを組み、94年にはクラブ史上初となるハットトリックを決めるなど、ステージ編制覇に大きく貢献されました。今、ハッセングさんにお越しいただきました。まずはですね、皆さん、どういうつもりでよろしいですか？サンフレッチェのファンス、皆さん、とても好きです。私たち嬉しい。本当に嬉しいね、言葉をいただきましたけれども、久しぶりのこのエディオンスタジアムだと思うんですけれども、いかがでしょうか？I am very happy here. I was today happy by seeing this machine and my memory was I hope Takagi-san, Nakasa-san, Koichi Moriyasu, Aikara, everything I have in my head I never forget.
久しぶりに、このスタジオに先ほど今西さんにもお話しましたけれども、高木拓也さんだったり、森保さんだったり、ここでのいろんな思い出っていうのが、全てが頭の中に入っています。
そうなんですね。サンフレッチェの思い出であったりとか、印象深い出来事ありますか？
Of course, if you come to Japan, for me, you never forget. It's memory of my family also. Everybody is so happy and for me, big pleasure coming back to see the league last time in MEIJI. We play next season in the stadium. For me, it's a very pleasure coming back.
Welcome back. Hiroshima leading Vissel Kobe by 2-0 at half-time. And so, as expected, changes being made by Vissel Kobe. Takayuki Yoshida not messing around. Too much on the line in this second 45 minutes for the J1 leaders. The 45 minutes to try and turn this game on its head. A day when they were hoping to see themselves move 4 points clear. Sasaki and Tula, the two players on, Yuriki and Kawasaki, the players replaced. So no Juan Mata as yet. Mateus Tula, a central defender. Vissel Kobe looked to tighten things up. They were all over the place defensively in that first half. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, they'll be hoping for more of the same in the second 45 minutes. A really solid first half display from them, in keeping with the last 4 games really, where they've put together an unbeaten run following that horrendous run of 8 games without a win, in which they lost 6 times. So Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2, Vissel Kobe 0 at half-time. The league leaders in danger of seeing their lead at the top of the table cut to just a point from the start of the weekend, when they began at 2 ahead of Yokohama F. Marinos. His home draw against Sagan Tosu was looking like 2 points dropped. It could well be a point gained if things don't change dramatically in this second half. Interesting to see how they reorganise with Matheus Tula, the Brazilian, coming on. Started 14 games this season, Tula. He's been in and out of the side at centre-back, a former player for Flamengo in Brazil, Montpellier in France. He was a Copa Libertadores winner in 2019 with Flamengo, the South American equivalent of the Champions League. Muto was after that one, but beaten to it. It's Nakano. By Tula. Has slotted into the rear guard. Honda or Yamakawa have moved into the midfield. Painful one for Notsuda. Yeah, it's just the little flick from Muto. He was on the ground. Notsuda. Accidental really from Muto. Mikhail Skibber will be concerned. The incident, Notsuda with the foul, but I think he's caught by the studs of Muto, in, shall we say, a pretty painful area. And it's whether he's done some more damage there, because Sanfrecce warming up a substitute here. Shunki Higashi. Concerned faces around the stadium. Notsuda, who is awarded for his 200 top-flight appearances, career appearances, that is. It's whether he's done his groin here, as well as being caught by the flailing boot of Muto. Shown the yellow card as well, Notsuda, for the initial foul, to just rub a bit of salt into the wounds. Higashi is ready to come on. Notsuda is okay by the reaction he gave to Mikhail Skibber. Crossing towards Osako. A strong start to this second half, Vissel Kobe, if they are to turn this around against a side who hasn't conceded now for 2.5 games, including the first half here. Header. Makawa back to Maikawa. Now Honda. With the header, Fairly scrappy passage of play this at the moment, but now Vissel Kobe have it. Done by Yamakawa. Hatsuze. Bit of space to deliver the cross, but straight into the hands of Osako. Yamakawa, who's pushed into the midfield, so Honda and Tula now the centre-backs for Vissel Kobe. There is Yamakawa. 25-year-olds. Vieira. He's only played for Vissel Kobe. Yamakawa came through the system here, a former Japanese under-20 international. His versatility, though, starting the game at centre-back. Sakai. Sasaki fending off the challenge of Muto, who Osako and Yuraki started the game on the left, now replaced by Sasaki, has really struggled to make his mark in this game. It's Hiroshima again on the front foot, and Maikawa with the save. Nakano allowed to run an awful long way, the right wing back. Opened right up for him. But not the power or the direction on the final finish to get the better of Makawa. Shitani's header to Kato. Score of the second goal. Tula across though. Patrick, the Brazilian on the bench for Vissel Kobe today. It would have been the usual swap for Yuraki. They've been swapping all season. Here's Muta. It's a corner. Just needs that half a chance, Osako, which, apart from the free kick on the edge of the area at the end of the first half, he really hasn't had in the game. Facing a third game without a goal, drying up just when they need his goals most. Vissel Kobe. Hatsuze, the left back, to deliver the corner. Tula. Certainly give them an extra presence in the penalty area at set pieces. Mateus Tula scored in a 1-1 home draw with Consadole Sapporo back in July, his only goal of the season. So a double change. Douglas Vieira being replaced by Sotiryu. Kakuto Notsuda being replaced by Shunki Higashi. Falike up front. Piros Sotiryu will be forever entrenched in the history of Sanfrecce Hiroshima with those 2 stoppage time goals in last season's Louvain League Cup final. Cypriot international with 12 international goals for Cyprus. Just the 1 in the league so far this season, though. Reaction so far from his side in the opening 10 minutes of this second half to this 2-goal deficit. Sasaki's throw. Tula. Osako beaten to it by Sasaki. And foul on Shichi by to take this, unsurprisingly. Are being fouled. Substitute Sotirio. Scored after just 3 minutes in the 2-0 win at Sagan Tosu in the last game before the international break. Sotirio. Davis Vieira then came off the bench to score the second. He got the foot to the ball, but the decision went in favour of Sasaki. Suze over this. Sasaki there as well. It looks as though he's getting ready for the draft excluded position behind the wall. Suze clips it in, not a bad delivery. Tula with the header down. Sasaki getting his knee to it to clear. Osako looking to pounce again. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima managed to scramble the ball away from danger. Now the suggestion of a handball in there from Takayuki Yoshida, so VAR will be taking a look. If that's the one they're talking about, look more shoulder from first viewing. It's going to be a corner. Suze delivers once more, but well defended again by Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They really have kept Vissel Kobe opportunities to a minimum throughout the opening hour of this game. Sasaki's header away. Sakai with the throw. Gets the ball back from Sasaki. Getting a real lack of imagination this evening from Vissel Kobe. It's not like them. Honda's header. Kato. Yamaguchi takes it away. Sasaki. And the final ball again over the top. Far too much pace on it. And that will drift out for a Sanfrecce Hiroshima goal kick. Very similar performance to the last time they were beaten when they lost in the league to Yokohama FC. Very flat, struggling to create chances. That was more of a shock, of course, because they were expected to beat Yokohama FC, who are second to bottom in the table, remember. This was always going to be a difficult game away to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Away by Tula. Certainly would have expected a team going for the title to make a better fist of it than this. Looked like a foul by Sasaki, the referee waving play on as he's tended to do when possible. Tula with the touchback to Maikawa. Yamakawa. Sakai. Yamakawa. Osaka deep, he's having to come now to get himself involved in the game. Yamaguchi, bit of space now for Hatsuze. He puts way too much height on the delivery again. Seeing more of the ball than they did in the first half, but it is breaking down horribly for them in that final third. Suze beaten to that header. Just came off the top of his head though, so it is a Sanfrecce Hiroshima throw. Flipped by Soteriou. Kato beaten to it though by Yamakawa. Osaka. To switch the play out to Muto. Sasaki. Muto again. Look how quickly Sanfrecce Hiroshima have got players back, got organised. Just not being quick enough with their transitions of the ball. Vissel Kobe. Sasaki. Away that time from Nakano. There's Mitsuta. It's a risky one back to the goalkeeper, but played it to perfection. Marcos Junior. Mitsuki Kato. Blocked away by Tula. And Marcos Junior again. This time Honda gets himself in the way. And then Sasaki is fouled by Nakano. Changes in personnel for Vissel Kobe at half-time, but hasn't really been a change in the pattern of the game. Nanase Ino is coming on for Ryo Hatsuze, who on his day can be a real threat with his deliveries. But today hasn't been that day. I think the overhit cross that was 10 foot too high, probably the final straw for Takayuki Yoshida. And so Nanase Ino is on. Two changes left to make. And no sign yet of Juan Mata's debut for Vissel Kobe. Makawa clears that one away. Sasaki with the throw for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Play by Soteriou initially. Oh, and the goalkeeper's out of his goal here. Marcos Junior has it. And Tula was there to head it away. One Brazilian to another. Here's Shichi. That's a much better cross. Maikawa, though, with a couple of strong hands, beating it well clear of danger. And his goal really set the night in motion. Takagi Shichi. Like a bad weekend for Yokohama F. Marinos. Might turn out to be a not too bad one after all. 2-point lead at the top, becoming 1 point. With both the top two dropping points, a real opportunity, as I was saying, for the likes of Nagoya Grampus, Sarazo Osaka, even Kashima Antlers to get themselves involved. Muto. Marcos Junior. He's been quietly effective in those lines between the midfield and the attack. Mitsuta. Shotani with the ball through, looking for the run of Sotiriou. Well claimed though by Daya Maikawa, who's never too slow in coming off his line, in fairness to him. Pushed away by Maikawa. Sasaki's header. Ino. For Hatsuze Ino, but he is a right-sided defender naturally. So Sakai would move across to left back. He's capable of playing in either position. Ino. Osako. Now Ino. Sasaki though wouldn't be budged off the ball. Final touch was off Ino. It's a Sanfrecce Hiroshima throw. Joined Vissel Kobe last year from Sagan Tosu. Nanaze Ino, it's been a couple of years, played 51 times for them. Did actually score in Vissel Kobe's Asian Champions League last 16 tie against Yokohama F. Marinos. Ino over this. His delivery step up in quality from what we saw from Hatsuze this evening. Hatsuze is normally better but had a bad night. Yamaguchi. Here's Sakai. Now the left back. Sakai again. Yamaguchi. Space for Ino. Chucked it into an area that was populated by violet shirts, and Araki headed it away. Towards Osako. Well claimed by Osako, the goalkeeper. Both sides with an Osako and a Sasaki in their team now. Sho Sasaki, the captain of Sanfrecce. Daiju Sasaki, who came on at half-time for Vissel Kobe. Kaisuke Osako, the Sanfrecce goalkeeper, and Yuya Osako, the Vissel Kobe centre-forward. At the moment, it's just over 20 minutes away from a third successive game without a goal. Sakai. Sasaki. That's the cross in. Muto pulled away to make space, but it was a poor header. Touched off by Mitsuta. Marcos Junior. Mitsuta again. Shichi outside him. Well, clipped in by Mitsuta. And it was Honda who got there. Just to head the ball away for a corner. Couldn't afford to allow Kato another sight of goal with his head, given what he did in the first half. 8 players in and around the area for Sanfrecce. Osako with the header away. Third goal would surely put this to bed. 2 goals up inside 31 minutes. Will be getting a Vissel Kobe debut, but it's Balin Vexai, the player brought in from Ferencvaros in Hungary. He's replacing Leo Osaki. J.League and Vissel Kobe debut then. Cross comes in. Away, only as far as Shichi. And it fell invitingly for the shot for Marcos Junior, but he took a bit of a swipe at it. Didn't get anything like the connection that he was hoping for. Time beginning to run out for Vissel Kobe if they are to come away with something from this game. Tiryu with the ball on to Kato. Just Junior made the run for him. Kato with the ball back into Tiryu, who leaves it for Nakano. Blocked away by Vexai. An important first impact from the Hungarian international. "12 caps for Hungary, Vexai. Hungary's Euro 2024 qualifying bid, a national team who is improving again after years in the doldrums. Again, the high delivery. Araki winning the initial header. Now this is Vexai. Poor ball though, cut out by Shichi. Vexai again. Shichi. Tiryu was there in space to be found, but Shichi couldn't find him. There's his goal again. Lovely first touch on the chest, and what about the connection? Past the goalkeeper, Maikawa, before he could move. Beautifully taken goal, as was Kato's header. Thoroughly deserving of their 2-0 half-time lead. The second half has been more even, but Vissel Kobe still struggling to create any noteworthy chances. Here's Tula. Now Vexai. Maikawa to Yamakawa. Satsuki's header. Osaka. He wants the ball though, he wants it in the penalty area. Yamaguchi. Ino. Osaka. Vexai. Given away though. Straight to Sho Sasaki. Tiryu. And now the counter is on here. Nakano, the right wing back, charging forward. Just couldn't square it to Marcos Junior without the intervention of Tula. He's found Tiryu though. Away with that one, Vissel Kobe. Better ball to Marcos Junior from Nakano, and he would have had a free run on goal. Here's Muto. Sasaki. Cuts in, but savable shot from Osaka. Capable of better than that. Daiju Sasaki, who's scored 4 times this season. Sasaki. Marcos Junior. 2 wing-backs for Sanfrecce. Really do play like wingers when they have the ball. Nakano and Shichi hugging those touch lines. Have the know-how, though, to get back and defend well when they have to, too. So Marcos Junior. And Shuto Nakano, the two players to come off. Koshimichi and Matsumoto both coming on. Change from Mikhail Skiba. Coaches have made 4 changes now, so one left to make for both sides. Sakai. Now Vexai. Yamaguchi. Yamakawa. As though he was going to shoot, instead decided to use Ino, who wins the corner. Minutes to go, still no Juan Mata. Perhaps he will have to wait for the home tie with Cerezo Osaka to get his first game. Ah, bang on cue, here he is. Wearing the number 64, Juan Mata. Valencia, Chelsea, Manchester United, and most recently Galatasaray midfielder. Swung across. Interesting to see who comes off though for Mata's debut. They've certainly strengthened him in midfield with the signing of Mata and Vexai. Just getting in those extra couple of bodies for the run-in. 7 games to go after today. Here is Vexai. Honda. Now Sasaki. Vexai. Now Tula. Flipped over the top. Sasaki has gone down, as has Muto. We're going to get the change just as a card was about to come out. It's Yuki Honda who is going off. Juan Mata on then. The Andre Iniesta era has finished at Vissel Kobe. Now it's time for his compatriot Juan Mata. He can pull those Spanish flags out again, the Vissel Kobe supporters. It's not to suggest that Sergi Samper, who left the club at the same time as Andre Iniesta, was any less of a miss. Juan Mata, though, 41 caps, 10 goals for Spain at international level. Just under 200 league appearances for Manchester United, Chelsea before that. We're in by Kato. Really difficult game to come into though for Juan Mata. Those Spanish squads that won the World Cup in 2010 and the Euros in 2012, Mata. Doesn't really offer much in the way of title-winning experience, though, apart from his Superliga success at Galatasaray last season. He didn't win a title at either Chelsea or Manchester United. Success coming in the FA Cup and the Champions League with Chelsea. Here's Ino. It's a better delivery, but nobody really attacked it. It was a simple header away in the end from Araki. Ino's throw. Good for Mata. On from Soteriou. Here's Tula. Sakai to Sasaki. Just a cross in. Deflection on it though. Doesn't look as though they're going to get any points from this game, but at least Vexai and Mata have a bit of game time under their belt. They are still top of the table, but only by a point. In by Mata, Soteriou couldn't get on the end of it. Here's Ino. Grab one now, you never know. Touch back of the turn by Osako. And he's blocked behind again. It's the best spell of pressure that Vissel Kobe have had, but still not overly convincing in the final third and in and around the penalty area. Should be the goalkeepers. Oh, he's lost it. Sasaki's header away. Maguchi trying to get on the end of that, and Tula with the touchback. Another counter could be on here for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Lovely ball forward to Soteriou. Cypriot plays it in dangerously. Tula got there though, just to slide it clear. It's looking like a second defeat in only 13 games in all competitions for Vissel Kobe. It'll be the third time they will have that feeling of defeat though, because one of those draws was of course a penalty shootout loss to Roasso Kumamoto in the Emperor's Cup. To get it forward. Osako trying to control it on the knee. Wanted at the second attempt. Here's Tula. Now Yamakawa. Heavy touch from Tula. Chasing around. Good work from him off the ball. Both of Cyprus's recent internationals, their European Championship qualifying losses to Scotland and Spain. Didn't get too many chances in those games. Cyprus beaten 3-0 by Scotland, 6-0 by Spain. Still very much involved in the international setup, the 30-year-old Cypriot. Tula. Sakai. By Mata. It's the return from Sasaki. Still plays it to Vexai. Yamaguchi. It's just the way it's been going for Vissel Kobe. A breakdown in communication, a misplaced pass. All in all, a lack of ideas in the final third. It hasn't been generally the case this season. Certainly has been this evening. Soteriou. Sasaki with the header away. Now Tula. Mitsuta running into trouble, and Balint Vexai brings it away. Picks out Sasaki. And he really has Osako in support, and again Sasaki just trying to turn back, gave the opportunity for Shotani to make the tackle, which he did. Muto. Now Sasaki, they're in behind this time. But again, the delivery is overhit. I think even drifted out of play. It's another goal kick and another wasted opportunity for Vissel Kobe. Had the ball in a decent position. He should have that bit of quality, that bit of composure that they've lacked this evening, Juan Mata. Cerezo Osaka next. So I think it's not getting any easier. Here's Kato. Cerezo, another of the sides chasing that top three. Kato. Swung in, Vexai did well to read that and intercept, and Tula kept his cool brilliantly. Muto. Poor ball by Mata, straight to Shichi. Here's Tula. Osako. Mata offering support, Sasaki alongside him. It's a dreadful ball from Osako. Fortunate to maintain possession. Here's Mata. He's just trying to flick it back to Yamaguchi, who continued his run forward. Worryingly for Vissel Kobe, Mata has stayed on the ground. Shimichi. Just keeping the ball here, Sanfrecce. Mata back on his feet again. 2 minutes to go, plus whatever time is added on. They're almost there, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. For a fifth game without defeat. Big boost this would be in their quest for the top three, making up a couple of points on Araa Reds. To get across the line for their first league title. Vissel Kobe are really going to have to earn it. There'll be plenty of twists and turns in the 7 games that remain. It's a lovely play. Mitsuta squares it. Oh, that was a decent chance for Koshimichi. Don't think he could quite believe actually how much time and space he had, and by the time he realised, miskicked it. Final change for Sanfrecce Hiroshima with a minute to go. Osako beaten in the air. Muto. Last thing they need is their centre forward losing a bit of confidence, but that's what seems to be happening to Vissel Kobe. Here's Sotiryu. Too much to do though. Tula playing him well, but Sotiryu has it back and heads for the corner. He's trying to win the corner off Tula, and they had a bit of a laugh about it. Masaki to come on for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Makoto Mitsuta, the player who is being replaced. Fine game in the centre of that midfield for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Yamasaki is on for just his 10th top flight appearance, all of them this season. 5 minutes to be added on. Tula. Sasaki. Vexai. Ino. Flick by Muto that didn't come off. This will move Sanfrecce Hiroshima to within 8 points of Vissel Kobe. Just 2 behind Aurora Reds. Grampus also playing today. The same points as Aurora Reds, and Cerezo Osaka, the other team in that fight for third. Vexai. Here's Mata. There's Osako. Taken away though by Higashi. Suki Kato's had a good game as well, capped by the wonderful header that put Sanfrecce 2-0 up. Mata trying to make a difference. Muto. Mata again. Ino. Makawa. Now Sakai onto Sasaki. By Koshimichi. Swung in towards Osako. Sasaki did enough though, and the header into the arms of Kaisuke Osako, the Sanfrecce Hiroshima goalkeeper. Not been his night again. 7 goals in his last 9 games, but none in his last 2. His last goal was a penalty in the 2-2 draw away to FC Tokyo, another match that was a real struggle for Vissel Kobe to get a point out of. An extraordinary game that saw 3 goals scored in stoppage time. Osako away. Doesn't look like there's going to be any late drama here though. Vissel Kobe are heading for their 5th defeat of the season. Just their 2nd loss in 13 outside of that penalty shootout, of course. Hardly a memorable debut for Juan Mata. For Balint Vexai. Both played their first match in J-League football. Sasaki. Has some options again now though. Takayuki Yoshida. Here's Ino. Space for Sakai. Good run, goes on the outside, but again the delivery was poor, straight to Shotane, and confirmation that Sanfrecce Hiroshima stretched their unbeaten run to 5 games now, and they are very much in the hunt for a place in the top 3 an Asian club football competition next season. For Osako, it is a 3rd match in a row now without scoring for J1's top goal scorer. But for Vissel Kobe, it is only their 2nd defeat in their last 13 in all competitions, a 5th loss in the league, and once again when presented with an opportunity to open up some daylight between themselves and Yokohama F. Marinos in this title race. They have failed to do so. Last time they were beaten at Yokohama FC, this time Sanfrecce Hiroshima, and it means that at the start of the weekend, a 2-point lead at the top of the table has now become 1, despite the fact that Yokohama F. Marinos dropped points as well. They have actually gained a point here on Vissel Kobe. Big win though for Sanfrecce. It's finished Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2, Vissel Kobe 0. Well, there's the man that started the evening with a wonderful goal, Shichi, on 7 minutes. Fabulously taken finish from the left wing back. His first goal for Sanfrecce Hiroshima since joining from Avispa Fukuoka at the start of the season. And there's a team who have the look of a side who've come through a really torrid patch with those 8 games without a victory, 6 defeats in that run that really dropped them out of the hunt for the title race. But in their last 4 or 5 games, they really have played their way back into the hunt for 3rd spot, which now represents a place in Champions League 2, the new AFC competition that will come into being in the 24-25 season. But the title race promising to go to the wire, isn't it? Shake of the head there from Juan Mata, who, like his Hungarian counterparts, Balint Vexay, suffers defeat on his first game in Japanese football. But they are still in the driving seat, let's not forget that. 1 point ahead of Yokohama F. Marinos. But remember, they have to go to the Nissan Stadium in a couple of weeks' time to take on the defending champions in what is looking ever more increasingly likely to be a title decider. It will be a memorable season, though, for Vissel Kobe, remember, who have never finished higher than 3rd. But it's the 8-time former champions of Japan, Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who have got the better of them again today for the 3rd time this season in 4 meetings, including 2 wins in the League Cup. It is a victory for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It is now just 1 win in 19 at the EDION Stadium for Vissel Kobe, who continue their poor run in terms of results in this stadium. They remain very much, though, a club on the rise, but it could well be one of those title races that goes to the final day of the season. Well, they certainly look a much happier bunch these days. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, they've gained a couple of points, as I was saying, on Urawa Reds in that push for the top 3. That is going to be an intriguing subplot as well to the J-League, the fight for 3rd and a place in the new Asian Champions League 2 competition. Just 3 places available now in the Champions League, the top 2 and the Emperor's Cup winners. 3rd place used to be enough for the Champions League, although not for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who of course, despite finishing 3rd last season, ended up not qualifying because Urawa Reds, who finished in mid-table in J1, ended up winning the competition. Let's get some post-match reaction.
チームを勝利に導きました先制ゴール、シチ高明選手にお越しいただきました。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
中野選手からのボール、胸トラップ、そしてボレーと素晴らしいゴールでした。あのシーン振り返っていただけますか。
中野が素晴らしいボールを供給してくれたので、僕は冷静に打ち込むだけでした。
非常にやはりゴール前落ち着いていたな